Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're tuning in today because we're tackling something that pretty much every creative director, producer, and project manager is wrestling with right now. We're going to figure out exactly how to fix those bottlenecked creative workflows, and we're going to do it using a very specific suite of entirely free tools from Google. So if you're a busy lead managing video or audio projects, get ready. We are about to take this totally overwhelming tech landscape and turn it into a highly streamlined, super practical playbook. Because let's be totally honest for a second. This is the core problem we're all facing, isn't it? You've got these massive production deadlines looming over you. Clients are waiting on mockups, scripts desperately need researching, and at the exact same time, you are just absolutely drowning in a sea of new AI tools. Navigating this crazy amount of new tech without actually wasting the valuable time you're supposed to be saving? Yeah, that's literally the ultimate modern production paradox. It's exactly like our source material captures so perfectly. We're now literally in the sea of AI tools, and it's a problem of plenty. Okay, let's really dive into this. You know what I love about this reality? You actually don't need some massive, bloated budget to access cutting-edge AI. You just need to know exactly where to look. Google has quietly built up this incredible ecosystem that democratizes access to sophisticated machine learning and creative assistance. And the best part? It literally won't cost your production budget a single dime. So, to make this super actionable for you, we are going to walk through a zero-cost workflow today. Step 1, pre-production visuals. Step 2, prototyping. And Step 3, audio generation. All right, let's get moving. Section 1, visualizing mockups instantly. So think about that critical first step. A producer has this brilliant vision in their head, but they need to get it out and quickly organize it visually for the team or the client. For this, we look straight to Gemini Canvas. Now, don't think of this as just another standard chat box. It's actually an infinite spatial whiteboard. Because when you're plotting out a complex video storyline or, designing a project system, standard linear notes just do not cut it. Canvas lets you drop text boxes, images, and notes absolutely anywhere. But here's the true magic. The AI acts as your collaborative partner. You can highlight specific elements right there on your canvas and just ask Gemini to generate new content, summarize connections between your ideas, or even brainstorm directly onto your project mind map. It's an absolute game changer for visual thinkers who need to see the big picture and the tiny details all at once. Now, once your ideas are all mapped out, you're going to need some actual visuals. Let's compare two distinct tools here. First up, Opal. It's a Google Labs experiment tailored for advanced, highly detailed concept art and really unique artistic styles. It absolutely thrives when you give it highly descriptive prompts. But let's imagine a totally different scenario. Say you've got a client approval meeting in exactly 10 minutes, and you desperately need a 3D terrain sample topography to show them right now. Well, that is where Nano Banana Pro steps in. Don't let the quirky name fool you. It's integrated directly into the Gemini chat and generates instant visual aids in mere seconds. It is built entirely for speed, letting you create rapid visual assets without ever having to leave your workflow. Section 2, supercharging video research. If you're a video producer, you already know that manual note-taking is an undeniably massive time sink. So let's fix that right now. Just look at the sheer contrast between the old way of doing things and the new way using Notebook LM's video overview feature. Usually, researching via video means spending hours in passive watching mode, scribbling down manual notes, and endlessly scrubbing that play bar just to find one specific quote. Notebook LM completely shatters that paradigm. You just feed it a YouTube URL, and boom. It instantly generates a summary, a highly detailed transcript, and a list of key topics. But honestly, the absolute best part is that it creates a structured video guide where the citations are linked directly to specific timestamps in the video. It literally transforms passive watching into a fully interactive Q&A session. You just ask the AI whatever questions you have about the video content, and it answers you straight from the transcript. How cool is that? So, once you've got all your video research compiled, it's time to actually write the script. Enter Pomeli, an experimental writing assistant straight from Google Labs. And listen, Pomeli goes way beyond your basic grammar checker. It is the perfect next step for refining those video notes. You can literally ask it to adjust your tone to sound super professional for a corporate client, or keep it totally casual for something like YouTube Shorts. It will happily take your rushed short bullet points and expand them out into full, flowing paragraphs. Plus, it offers creative alternatives that'll help you bust right through any lingering writer's block. Section 3, prototyping video app features. Okay, Suppose your production team is looking to build a custom interactive tool or maybe a feature for a future video app, but you really don't want to burn through your budget writing code before you've even tested the idea. This is exactly where AI Studio Build comes into play. Think of it as your ultimate prototyping playground. It's a remarkably streamlined, web-based workshop interface. Product managers and developers can jump in and build, test, and prototype conversational applications using different variants of the Gemini models, like Gemini Pro or Flash. You can define system instructions, which essentially dictates the exact role the AI should play, and experiment with structured prompts to generate super consistent formats like JSON. To really break this highly technical concept down into something actionable, just look at how incredibly simple this workflow is. Step 1, you refine your prompts by chatting directly with Gemini. Step 2, you build your custom chat interface by defining the AI's role, and you actually preview the entire experience right there in your browser. And Step 3, you generate a free API key to seamlessly move your prototype straight out of AI Studio and into your own application. Seriously, you go from a rough idea to a functioning API key incredibly fast, and you do it before a single line of traditional code is ever written. Section 4, Crafting Podcast Voiceovers. Audio creation is, of course, essential to the process, and generating rich, multi-speaker audio narratives used to mean shelling out for a massive studio budget. But now? It has become unbelievably easy, thanks to the multi-speaker audio generation tool found right inside Google AI Studio. We are moving way, way beyond that basic robotic single-voice synthesis of the past. This tool lets you create flowing, conversational audio between totally distinct voices. All you do is write a script and use simple dialogue tags like narrator or character A. The tool instantly and automatically assigns a unique, highly consistent voice to each of those roles. You can even tweak parameters to perfectly control the emotional pacing and the delivery tone. It's an absolute powerhouse, whether you're a podcaster needing high-quality placeholder dialogue or an educator designing really engaging learning content. However, let's make sure we keep our standards high here. While AI handles the incredibly fast synthesis of this placeholder, or even the final dialogue, as a busy lead, you know perfectly well that the final polish always requires human expertise. Creators are still taking this AI output and integrating it with a professional audio gear workflow. We're talking about putting on those closed-back studio headphones for editing and making sure any live pickups are recorded on fantastic USB or XLR microphones. Think the Blue Yeti or the Shure MV7, totally decked out with pop filters and acoustic foam panels. The AI handles the heavy lifting of speed and synthesis, but those high-end production standards, those remain firmly in your very capable hands. Section 5, Your Zero-Cost Production Future. When you start stacking these tools together, you are completely democratizing sophisticated digital creation. Just let this number sink in for a second. $0. I really want to drive home the massive contrast here. Think about the thousands of dollars in the countless exhausting hours that used to go into the manual workflows of the past. Everything from concept art to video research, right down to voiceover recording. Google is taking this incredibly advanced, specialized AI and placing it directly into your hands at literally no cost whatsoever. They've effectively lowered the barrier to entry all the way to the floor. Because at the end of the day, the future of AI isn't just about sitting back and passively consuming technology. It's about actively collaborating with it to completely supercharge your creative process. The toolbox is sitting right there in front of you. It's wide open and it's completely free. So the only question left for you as a busy production lead is, what are you going to build with it today? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Now go get creative.